For someone who is considered an introvert, starting a business will have to be doomed from the start. That's what they all say. But I don't really consider myself an introvert and I don't consider myself an extrovert. I'm more of a in between. Like if I want to be loud, I can be loud. It's all about giving me enough time to prepare and everything. So just give me like kind of like a notice. Just give me time to make preparation. If I'm going to go out, I need that time to kind of like get myself ready. If I need to talk at a conference for presentation, I need to kind of I need that time to kind of like prepare myself and kind of like visualize how and what I would do, the way I'll behave, what I'll dress and everything. It's more like I need to kind of like see it like a moving pictures all in my head.
Hold on, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say. You should hear it. Oh.
Hello, I'm Nafisa and welcome to Novelista Podcast, where I share the art of being novel and securing my life, where being business and growing in tech. For over 3 years, I had struggled alone with finding my path and securing that life I wanted for myself. Join me as I share my journey with you all by hitting that subscribe button.
Come on, listen to me.
I don't know how it works, but for a number of people, I think maybe starting a business was more intentional and with plan, like it was something they actually know they want to do right from the beginning. The thing was during my school days, I was never the one. I was that one person who like doesn't even know what she want to do. Like all what I know is that I want to have a job that allow me to like do many and a job that allow me to have a particular time to work, a job that respects both the user that will become like the person that is at the receiving end of my service or whatever, or the and also me, the person that is providing the service. I don't want a job that will require that I have to be answering clients after work hour. I don't want a job that like unexpected things just come up and it means that I have to like jump into action at that moment. So as I studied computer science, a lot of people like people are it was more or less people around me were going into software development, programming, coding, anything that but it wasn't really what I wanted to do. And the most funny thing was I attended coding class. I did that when I learned Java. I did HTML, SQL, the Oracle one. Then I did what was it that was during my school? So I remember a time when I was in my final year when my a professor of ours was actually saying who is going to be a software developer. Let us it was naming career and the career that he mentioned were not even up to like five. I never raised up my hand. He mentioned a software developer, a programmer, a database administrator. I can't remember the remaining one, but maybe it was just three he mentioned. I never really raise my hand because it wasn't appealing to me as I believe it should be. So finishing school, I just followed the path my parents set for me because I was thinking maybe I was being uncertain about things rather than delaying time and everything. Okay, let's just go along with their plan. Maybe their plan is the best for me. But then, yeah, spending, going for my NYC, coming back, I'm basically like how will I say like spending the whole almost 2 years searching for a job that it's either they either need you need to buy the I know there might be quite a number of Nigerians, but basically like it's not everybody knows. It's kind of like a hidden secret. No, a well-known secret. That is basically it. Everybody think it's a secret, but it's known that most of the job, if you want to work in most of the government jobs, it's basically you have to pay for a position. No need that. Not, I don't even need to hide it. Yeah, that's it's more of a hidden secret. Well, that's so paying this, paying that, paying that. So and I felt so bad for my parents, especially because I just don't know what to do with my life at that moment. And I hate for them to spend that huge amount buying a position that I might even leave at the end of the or I'll end up eating. But I think doing that 2 years of job searching, I found out that government work actually wasn't for me. Whether working in the agency, working in ministry, and it wasn't just for me. I can't see myself with a particular set of people that work there, and I feel like I am someone who is more vocal and everything. So it's basically like when your employee is paying you anything that have like criticism, you have to like keep it short. You don't kind of like you can't bite the mouth. No, you can't bite the hand that is feeding you situation kind of a thing. So yeah, 2 years of job searching and rejection, interview failure and everything. I decided okay, not really me, I decide. My parents decided that okay, since I finished computer science, I should open a cafe. And honestly, cafe was something that attracted me, but not the cafe that is known in Nigeria. Basically, you know the way all these coffee shop are, yeah, where they will come and sell books. That's actually how I envision my cafe to be like. Well, the location was not strategic, and where I actually stayed was not strategic to do that business. And the plan actually was I even went to market to do research and everything, but it all comes down to location and the money. It's more like if I should do it where I'm staying, the cost would be low. If I should do it where people are like business district, all this thing, the cost would be triple high. And I can't really afford that. And I really don't want to have like my parents are not just I wouldn't say they were not in support. They kind of like did not really see the vision, like the vision of what me I'm saying. So yeah, I that's how that business never went far. The second thing was starting. Okay, was actually starting the tire shop, and it was exhausting and exciting at the same time because it's I learned so many things starting this car accessories stop. It's kind of like took off on the ground and everything. For the first 1 to 2 years, it was quite stable and okay. Even though we know the challenges of a business, you pay this, pay that, pay this, people will come and price and everything. Honestly, the reason why I actually don't call myself an introvert, I would say I'm a loud introvert, is because during that period, I can't count how many number of people that kind of like admire the way I handle customers and everything. The thing was I consider myself someone who doesn't familiarize herself with people more than my sister. Because my siblings are those type of people that they can be in the bus, like they can be on a transit and they'll probably make friends with the next person. But me, I'll never make friends. So I'll never it's even I'll never make friends with the person that's sitting next to me or even the person that's sitting next to me in class. So basically that was how I was. So I thought maybe I would not be good with people. And the thing was, I really wanted to work in the tech industry, and I felt like that business was kind of like an opportunity for me to gain like kind of like client this understanding people's customer behavior and basically know how to handle client. Because I noticed that people in tech they have this lack of how to handle people, like lack of, I would call it customer care, right? Or kind of like people management. They kind of like have this lack of people management. So that business was actually really helped me. I was really proud of myself, but it took me a while, like to actually learn how to manage people and lead team and everything. So yeah, until it was about after 2 years that we start having an issue in the business, and basically government wahala came in, demolition of this, demolition of that. So yeah, that was how we lost. So that was how we lost the business stability and everything. Okay, we decided to relocate to another place because but the location that we are currently is not feasible, and honestly we are not making shit, like we are not really making shit, like honestly. So the business is not even, I'm thinking of even like leaving that business, but the thing is that's where we are, like that's basically a means to an end, I will call it. So, because my intention was, yeah, I know I'm working online and everything. I'm meant to have carried the business online and this thing, but the issue was that it's our, how would I call it? Okay, during the study, the people that we actually serve is just people around us, and most of them they are workers, government workers, and how many of them actually use social media and everything. So most of them basically maybe use Facebook, and Facebook was not, let us say it wasn't a stable mode of advertisement. Using the local means of advertisement honestly was much more better because it all depends on the area you are in, and that's it. That was manual traditional mode of advertisement was actually what have higher this the percentage more than the modern one. And that has actually worked for us for 2 years now. The only one of the issue that we are kind of like fluctuating is our business is fluctuating is because they basically it's the honestly the shop located at the moment is not in within where people are passing, and it's not in a strategic location actually. Yeah, you might say that, okay, why didn't you look for a strategic location? The thing is, they are all, how will I say, they are all occupied. Yeah, they are all occupied. So we have no choice at the moment to manage that at the moment. But honestly, guys, within this year, we've lost quite a number of amounts. It's so, but as I said, it's just a means to an end. So some of the things that I've actually learned for this business is you don't need to follow the crowd. Yeah, you don't need to follow the crowd. Basically, I remember when I was starting out. Okay, I recommended not to start an online and everything. I realized that along the line, after I think after 6 or 5 months, I realized that our clients, our customers are not even on that platform. The most of them, in short, more than 90% of them find us through the traditional way of advertisement. Basically, the flyer, the putting of the billboard on the road, all this thing was how our client was searching for us. And Instagram, it's a platform where you basically need to be there frequently and interact and engage. So it wasn't working for us. So do not follow the crowd. And the next thing is pick a location before you pick a business type or what you want to sell. Yeah. Because I you might say, okay, next what are you trying to say? But the most thing is your location matters rather than what you are selling. Let me give you an example. My mom, she has been in this baby business, baby product business, cloth and everything. So she stayed in a particular neighborhood and she's been there for about, I can't remember guys, but think hmm, about 6 years if I'm not mistaken. It was working for her to some extent, but they were kind of like people were collecting things from her in on credit because it's kind of like within an estate. So everything was more on credit. When they have money, they will not enter market and go and buy. So until recently, she now decide, okay, oh, that place is not working for her. She doesn't like it and everything. And since they've turned our local market kind of like an ultra infrastructure market, basically it was more of a scattered with no infrastructure building and everything. Now it's more the building market shops and open close and open shop. She decided to actually stay in the market, and I can tell you that yes, because at the beginning I was kind of like being skeptical because I feel like people like baby things, she's selling baby things, right? People there are a lot of people selling baby things in the market. And the location she is actually it's not kind of like in the front of the market gate. Basically it's in a good it's a middle market. It's kind of like it's a middle location, right? So but it's not in the front. It's not in the probably in the third. It's like when a market has about 6 layers and she's in the third layers, and I feel like she's going to compete with other people that are selling baby products and everything, and she been there. She said it's even benefiting her more than when she was in that other shop in the estate. Basically that she doesn't sell on credit again. No, because I remember, you remember, guys, I told you that those people, right, once they get something, they have money, they'll go to another place and go and buy. She said she doesn't even sell on credit again. Why? Because now it's like there is competition between each other. So definitely, if you sell on credit, you have to pay. You are losing. So because there is no how they will leave their own house, and like other people are willing to pay you cash to give them that baby product. So why must you sell it on credit to someone that is not willing to pay you cash because you are scared that the baby products will kind of like stay long in the shop and everything, and people are coming to the market every day. So and honestly, for me, okay, I don't. This is not actually my story to share, but my mom is. Let us say it. Me and her are not close, but I I understand and respect a lot of decisions she's trying to take now. So yeah, that was the reason why I said your location matters before your input. Now before your product. So as another thing I learned is that business, okay, business name or no business, or no business name, or let us say when it comes to business name, right? You don't need to look too far. You don't need to look too far. It all depends on like your platform. Where are you going to distribute your goods and everything? Listen, people, most people in the market, right? It's let's be frank. It's we have. I don't think there are much people that even shop online. It's I think it's our from the our generation from maybe people that are born from 1996 or that usually shop online. Most people that would be from 1990, let us say from 1990 downward, they shop in the market. So when it comes to name, business name or no business name, it all depends on your platform. That's where you are going to sell your goods and whether it has it speaks to your like a mission or your service. So people in the market, let us say their name, the name of their business are not really that complex. So and I think it is only when you want to sell things online and you plan on building it as a brand online, you start kind of like thinking of not using putting maybe a common name in your business name and everything. Another lesson I learned is your customers, you should draw a line between your customers, guys. Yeah, your customers bring money for you, but you need to draw a line between them. Some customers they bring more customers for you, and some customers they'll steal more from you, and some customers even don't even appreciate you. They only appreciate you when they don't have money or they have money. So it all depends on how you treat your customers and everything. But even if you treat them good or the best, you need to kind of like draw a line. There are some customers I have seen that will just come in your shop in the morning, they'll stay with you, just no, they'll come and buy something. Then before you know, that's how they'll sit down, they'll spend 4 hours in your shop, gisting and everything. I don't know what concerned them with all those ones. So I mean, the thing was, it's annoying actually. It's very annoying. I've had a lot of business tip and everything. I think one of the things was that it's how people don't really talk about starting a small business, a medium business in reality, in Nigerian reality. You should also consider another thing is that you should consider. Yeah, the thing is, most posts I've read, articles I've read, they don't really consider starting a small business in reality in Nigeria. So another thing is that you should factor in your price like you should factor in your price. Too it should not be too low and it should not be too high. You have rent to pay, you have NEPA bill to pay. Where you are buying from the manufacturing place, the delivery charges, you have the tax, the revenue. Oh, guys, it's when the thing was they were disturbing us. You see, they will collect 30 this month, next month they will come. Before you know, NEPA will come with their own. Oh, it was exhausting. So you basically need to factor all this thing in place. I have seen a lot of business like they don't really in I don't say online. I mean, since most of my business I started. Why am I ever saying most of my business? Next time, when I say most of my business, I say you started 1 million business. So based on what I've started, right? It's you need to factor in this. I remember when starting out, right? I was told to only put my profit that I want and that's all. I was not telling okay, where would the rent come from? Capital. Okay, where would the paying revenue come from? Capital. Where would the tax people come from? Capital. I say for you don't want that. People used to go out of you see people with this thing with no goods in their house. So basically if your rent is 100,000 in a year, divide it and know how many things you are going to sell in a month or in a day and how much you input. You also put your delivery. You can't buy something from wholesale 1,000, you now be selling it. You now only consider your profit. You need to consider the charges, transportation, and everything. Another thing, you should try to kind of like have a split expenses. Basically, it's do not join the price of your goods together with the price of your delivery charges. What I mean is, okay, let's now say, okay, I want to go to the market with 100,000, right? So what I'm trying to say, I want to go to the market with 100,000. I'm going to buy 100,000 goods. You will now that's to say basically if I'm going to buy 100,000. Okay, 20,000 now is for my transportation. So you've gone to the market with 120,000, but you buy a goods of only 100,000. So I've some people will just like, okay, I'm going to the market with 100,000. They will end up buying the goods of 80. Then delivery, transportation, whatever, coming and going is now 20. That has make it 100. But if you have kind of like have a split expensive, you able to like once you work with your account every month, you able to like figure out, okay, oh, this is so amount of goods I'm going to buy you, and this is so amount of charges I'm going to. Okay, I'll set aside some money for NEPA bill. I'll set aside some money for rent. By the time you're moving 1,000 naira every month to for a year, now you're able to have like pay your rent. So all this thing, it's but I've learned we don't really consider. It's like once it's end of the year, they will just remove the money from the shop itself. They will not know whether it's the capital, it's the profit, and everything. Recently, me and my sister was having an argument. So it goes like this. I was telling her that if I have a particular shop like this, I'll definitely be paying myself. She now said, why will you be paying yourself? Isn't it your own shop? I said that I'm paying myself. So I'll have like assume I'm the sales girl. The amount I'm going to be giving the sales girl is the amount I'll be giving myself. Let's just say she wasn't in agreement and everything. So this is one of the lessons I've learned, like pay yourself. It doesn't matter what type of business you have, it doesn't matter if your business is small, treat yourself like a sales girl. Treat yourself don't treat yourself like an owner. You should treat yourself like a self because that's one thing I've noticed. Most people when they treat themselves like an owner, they tend to pull money from the capital from the business itself. So every month, okay, I'm giving myself 20K. Every month, I'll be giving myself this amount. You're treating yourself. So regardless of whether you are selling, regardless of how little things you are selling, treat yourself like a sales girl. I realized that most of the one of the things that this do not happen, that is treating yourself, paying yourself and everything because we are not taught. Honestly, we are not taught. It's very clear, okay, you are the owner of your business and everything. You'll be pulling money from this, pulling money from your capital. So there is no difference between there's no difference in any of your expenses. So now I decide to make Novelista as a business and also start Demian Badra, guys. I'm going to I don't know if I should talk about it, but it's kind of like a quick announcement. So before that, I'm going to have like I started Novista as a business, and it has been quite slow and everything, but I'm able to have like understand what I need to do. That yes, the way I treat the physical online offline business actually not the way I would treat the online business. And that was that my experience right made me decide not to start an offline business. Like yeah, that was it because the revenue and everything that you pay, not be small. Like you'll be rather you be wondering, where is the money going to? But no, I don't understand. So it was just annoying when you be doing monthly account and everything, guys. So guys, thank you so much for listening. And I realized that I meant to have apologized from the beginning about me not publishing podcasts for 2 weeks now. If I'm not kidding, but the thing is we have light issues. So it was just yesterday our light became they bought light for us since 2 weeks because of the rain and everything. Nigerian rain and light. In short, there's never light in Nigeria, so I don't even need to give an excuse. Light in Nigeria tends to fluctuate a lot, and as someone who works with light, it has affected me a lot. I'm thinking of buying gel, but even the gel and everything, you have to factor in the maintenance, the gel will spoil, the gel will do this. And the solar again, solar is so freaky expensive. The solar that can take my laptop, that can also take my desktop and work with all those things there honestly guys. So I appreciate it very much for listening to my talk. And the thing was what I actually learned here, it allowed me to have like be more patient and everything. And I realized that we don't really talk much about failure until you succeed. So have a nice day. Have a nice day everyone. And thank you so much for listening. Mwah. Hi, Liz. Thank you so much for listening to the Novenista podcast. If you like the podcast, be sure to subscribe and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps other novels just like you find the podcast. And if you can, follow me on Instagram at Novelista and sign up for my newsletter. Link in the description box. Always take action.
But I have to be me and never